It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Yeah. It's J Nolan. Don't know Terry on the track. Check. More than a rapper, I give you my whole existence. If you look into my work, you find a story of persistence. Climb from the underground, my hands covered in blisters. Played the side like a mistress, bitch, we made it out the trenches. Grabbing them like a troll nigga. Nintendo Switch and I control niggas. Had to get it out of cold winter. Still trying to give it for some gold niggas. Paralyzed, I got no feelings. All these tricks addicts letting the cold hit me. Harry check at least 4 figures. Underrated like Lou Williams. Lord save me, I'm going crazy, going stupid on them. I don't spit a hawk loogies on them. I don't take pics or drop movies on them. I'm a motion picture, wrote a scripture. Did the cancer and the composition. When it come to rap, it's no competition. Better double back and get about your business. Yeah, that's my new vision. Gotta get my bag, gotta get my dough. Yeah, that's my new vision. Gotta keep my masses in my control. Yeah, that's my new vision. Gotta turn my thoughts to the side, let go. Yeah, that's my new vision. What y'all gonna do with it? Yeah, that's my new vision. Gotta get my bag, gotta get my dough. Yeah, that's my new vision. Gotta keep my masses in my control. Yeah, that's my new vision. Gotta turn my thoughts to the side, let go. Yeah, that's my new vision. What y'all gonna do with it? Yeah. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. In this particular video, we're going to be getting into Drake and Party Next Door and the prospect of them actually going out and paying for streams, paying for influencers to make their music do better on the charts to get people going. And I want to preface this video and say, hey, going out and paying, content creators is not illegal, right? The problem is we just read Drake's petition yesterday here live on the channel and in his paperwork. And for the past year in his paperwork, he has been accusing Kendrick Lamar, Universal Music, and Interscope for paying for bots, paying influencers, paying for radio play, payola, doing illegal activity, all of these different things in order to get Not Like Us more coverage on the charts, to keep it in the mix, in the conversation. But then we've got this guy here named Eddie Cumberbatch, I think his name is. He's coming out saying that Drake and Party Next Door, for their latest album, Some Sexy Songs for You, they came and utilized his platform in which they're actually paying content creators, influencers, and clip channels, clippers as they call them, to spread out their new music from Some Sexy Songs for You, and essentially taking credit for this Nokia song, which seems to be the one that people have selected from this album as the so-called hit. He's taking credit for kind of creating the trend, for setting up the perfect storm for this to happen. And he's saying that Drake and Party Next Door came with their budget to this platform he's using in order to make this a thing. So we now have Drake trying to take part in the exact same thing that he's suing Universal Music for, the very same thing that he's accusing Kendrick Lamar of doing, the very same thing he's trying to say that Interscope Records has partaken in order to receive bonuses and incentives at their label so that their executive could possibly take the spot of Lucian Grange over at Universal Music when he decides to retire. These are all his claims. But yet he's trying to get in on the game now? Come on, man. This ain't no good look. If you're a Drake fan, I understand. You're not going to like this. It doesn't make you feel all that well in your chest and your stomach, but you got to just live in reality with us, man. This is hypocrisy at its most finest. Okay? This is audacity in its most audaciousness. This is unmitigated gall coming straight from this nigga gallbladder. All right, let's get to it, man.
I started working with Drake and P&D's team like 2 weeks ago, and it's like been insane. It's like the coolest client I've ever worked with.
Yeah, and you guys like knocked it out of the park with them.
Yeah, we did 53 million views in a week with about 13K in Clipper spend.
Dude.
His album went #1 in 7 days.
That is crazy though. 53 million views for $13,000. From just like a marketing standpoint, typically like if they were going to run paid ads, it'd be like $10 to get 1,000 views. That would be like literally probably close to $100,000.
Yeah,
probably
it's like so much cheaper.
And you got it for like a 25-cent CPM.
Yeah, around there.
And you guys basically created like the Nokia trend.
Yeah, it's cooking right now. I can't escape it.
So could you just break down what you've been doing with Drake and Party Next Door's team for their album launch?
So it's clipping. It's called content rewards. The way that I look at it is like right now I'm running a Facebook ads agency before Facebook ads existed, or like right when Facebook ads launched. And like if you're running ads back then, you had the cheapest cost you could get for advertising, which is what we're doing now. And so they launched their album on the 14th of February. It's like what, the 26th right now, 25th. And what we did, they gave us a budget to pay out their audience, pay out clippers and UGC creators to just make content like around the album, anything related. So we're paying 70 cents per 1,000 views for UGC creators to make like videos reacting to it, lip syncing, dancing, like trends, memes to the album. And then we're paying clippers 50 cents per 1,000 views just for taking like streamers reacting to clips and just anything related to the album, like clipping.
Okay.
We're going to get back to that, but did y'all just hear what this nigga said? They're paying UGC creators, which are content creators, influencers, the motherfuckers you see on TikTok doing the dances and all this shit, right? So he's saying that Drake and Party Next Door came to him with a budget, and they've created a system in which they can pay content creators 70 cents, which is fucking pennies on the dollar, 70 cents per 1,000 views to create a trend around some sexy songs for you. Now, I don't know, maybe y'all have been deeper in the weeds and the trenches than I have, but I haven't seen nobody come out and provide a legitimate track record to say, hey, Kendrick Lamar, we heard the allegations of the bots on the DJ That Don't Spin channel, right? That shit was debunked by the motherfucker that even said it. And the DJ That Don't Spin spoke to somebody at Spotify, and it was further debunked. But we haven't seen anybody willing to show their face, do an interview, and put their name and credibility on the line to come out and say, I've worked with Kendrick Lamar to promote his music. We helped him go find influencers to try to generate interest and traffic and fool people into liking Not Like Us. We haven't heard nobody come out and say that they've done the same for G and X, right? But Drake, on the other hand, this dude here is saying that they came to him and they're paying 70 cents on the fucking dollar for content creators to get out here and do whatever they got to do to get Drake and they shit hot. And they're also paying clippers. And if y'all not really sure what clippers are, just think about my channel. The videos that I show y'all that are like 2-3 minutes at a time. The best parts from the interview, you know what I'm saying? Or what have you. You think about, all these viral pages on Instagram, these viral pages on Twitter, these viral pages on TikTok where they're just taking other people's content, reposting it and showing you how viral something is going. They're literally paying 50 cents on the dollar per 1,000 views for people to just repost the clips online. So not only are the content creators creating this stuff and trying to generate a false, I won't even say false, but they're trying to jumpstart a trend, right? But then they're also incentivizing clip channels to say, hey, you guys average, 400,000 or 500,000 views per video. All you got to do is clip up already pre-made content, put it on your thing, and we'll pay you 50 cents per 1,000 views. You don't have to do no work. Only work you're doing is editing, chopping. And I think they actually do the editing and chopping in this app that he's pushing. So all they really have to do is share it. And this is where you get into artificial trends, right? It's not organic. It's not real people that are just genuinely interested in the music. They're being offered upfront money and incentives and basically a rewards program to say, hey, long as you make it look like you fucking with Drake right now, you can make some extra chili on the side. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going out there doing the motherfucking instead of listening to Bad Baby and Alabama Barker go back and forth for 10 minutes, just come do this fucking dance. You know what I'm saying? Make this shit look like you really enjoy it. Which, again, this is not new. This is not, they're not revolutionizing anything, because this thing has been going on for years now. But this is coming from the guy who's literally suing his label, accusing them of doing the exact same thing. And I told y'all from the jump, most of the things he's accusing UMG of doing are not illegal, but he has no proof that they even did it. And now we have this guy here saying, well, shit, they came to us with the new album. We talking about just 2 weeks ago. How about them apples?
This kind of sounds like influencer marketing, but the nuance here is that it's really automated.
Yeah.
And you're not reaching out to dozens of people telling them to make content. You just created this thing that you called a content reward.
Yeah.
And you pay people 70 cents for every 1,000 views they get. How is that different than just like influencer marketing?
So with influencer marketing, like if they wanted to run a campaign for this album, they would go find influencers. There's actually one that found this campaign and started running it that I think has done some work with them in the past. And typically with influencer marketing, like a creator gets paid up front, like a couple hundred, couple thousand, depending on the size. And there's no really guaranteed results. A lot of these businesses and brands spend money and pay these creators, and there's no way of knowing if they're actually going to get a return on that spend or actually get results. But with this, like a creator, like Drake's team, for example, they're not paying unless the views are already generated. And so they set out this budget and they're like, hey guys, you guys can make content and you guys can get paid for the views you generate. And Drake's team doesn't spend any money unless views are actually generated.
It's very interesting because the old system was like you sign 10 creators, $500 each, and it's kind of like spray and pray. Like 7 of them are going to get like no views or very little views. Like it's an underperforming video, but you're hoping those other 3 get like millions of views. And so you're kind of trying to arbitrage like this $5,000 spend with a few home runs.
Yeah.
Where what you're saying is they only get paid after they create, edit, and post the video and then actually get the views, and then you reward them for that amount of views.
Exactly.
So now my next question is, 1, you said you got 53 million views, but it costs only $13,000.
Yeah.
If they're paying 70 cents for every 1,000 views, that's 53 million times whatever. Like that seems like more than $13,000. How did you get 53 million for only 13,000 when you're paying 70 cents?
Yes.
Great fucking question, right? If they got 53 million views and y'all are paying 70 cents per 1,000 views, you would think they had to spend even more. Well, he's finna get into what I would call a predatory practice in order to keep the spend down low, which means that Drake and Party Next Door only came with a little bit of money. They didn't come with a whole bunch of money. They didn't come with, $50,000 to $100,000 and shit. If we could keep it below that, great. No. Get into this next piece here where he talks about how they kept this thing low because they capped out how much you could even make off your views. Even though you're getting 70 cents per 1,000 views, they're only going to pay you for so many.
So it's really just about how we structured the actual campaign. So when you set up a campaign, you can create guidelines. So the guidelines for this was like, you must use a sound from the album in the song. It must be 10 seconds minimum. And then we also put a cap on the amount of views we're paying out for, which I forgot what the view count was, but it was $1,000 was the max payout for one clip.
Gotcha. So if someone makes a video, they hit these requirements, and it gets over, let's say 1.5 million views, you'd pay them up to $1,000, but then any of the views after that, they don't get paid for.
Exactly. And so we've had a few clips go like crazy viral. There's one that has 9 million views. There's a few that have around 4 million. And so those guys earned $1,000 from those clips, and we got an extra 3, 4, even up to I think like 7 million views without having to pay for it.
So this like really balances out like the risk of a marketer, because then at the beginning you're not overpaying $300 for a video that only gets like 10,000 views. You're only paying for those 10,000 views, but then you still get that upside potential. If something goes crazy viral, you still only paid that max payout of like $1,000, but you actually got $10,000 worth of attention.
Exactly.
So not only are they paying people 70 cents per 1,000 views, but they're capping you out at a maximum of $1,000 per video. No matter how many views it gets, no matter what the threshold is, no matter what the value is, there's a threshold on how much you're going to make. So if you actually make a video that's worth, let's say, maybe $1,500, $2,000, maybe $3,000, the most you're going to get from them is $1,000. So he even brags about how they may have gotten, on one or two creators, they may have gotten in excess of a free 3, 4 million views, 5 million views, 7 million views that went way above what they even expected. And they didn't have to pay $1 more. It just overachieved because that content creator went super viral. So not only are we seeing this guy saying that he worked with Drake, and I will have an iota of grace and say, I don't know this man. I don't know if he's telling the truth 100%. I don't know if he's lying. This is the first time I've ever seen this gentleman in my life. So this could be complete cap. But just going off of the information as it's been presented, and he's all over social media promoting this thing. This interview is only a piece. This interview has been spread all over social media across various pages. And he's bragging and he's telling the people that he did this for Drake and Party Next Door, and the budget and the money that he's made for them, the views he's got for them, and, playing his role in helping them to get a #1 album. So he is, basically hinging his success, his reputation, and his name on the success of this project. So if he is revealed to be lying, he would be ruining his whole shit. Right? Because who the fuck is going to come to a lying ass nigga that's out here capping about what he's doing with Drake and Party Next Door? Niggas going to say, get out of here. Business over with, right? So I will say that much. I don't know who he is. But if what he is saying is true, then Drake is a pitiful fucking case. Because again, how can you be suing your label, trying to throw Kendrick Lamar under the bus, and also implicating Interscope Records about their incentives that they've received for the success of Not Like Us, when you're out here literally putting up $13,000 as if that's some major amount of money? You was able to spend $13,000 on promotion before you even signed with Young Money, I would think. And you capping out creators at $1,000, even if they give you $2,000, $1,500, $3,000 worth of value, because based on the 70 cents breakdown, it's never gonna amount to what they really should be getting paid. But it's a system. People sign up. It's voluntary. Nobody's making them do it. So I guess they say, hey, I can make an extra $1,000 from Party Next Door and Drake by acting like I give a fuck about their song. I could dance to it, put my dancing shoes on, do my thing. And if I can meet the standard, I can make up to $1,000. Fuck it. Cool. Everybody's happy at the end of the day. However, I still find it extremely suspicious that you're accusing your label that you've been with for 15 years plus years of hiring influencers, which is not true, because the influencers that you picked out, Kai Cenat, RDC World, No Life Shack, you know what I'm saying? What's the name? Zeus or whoever it was. None of these people received any payment from Universal to react to Not Like Us. It was organic. The same people that reacted to Not Like Us also have videos reacting to Family Matters, to Push-Ups, to 616 in LA. So no, this wasn't a special case. Everybody was reacting to the beef. It was the biggest conversation in hip hop. This here is something totally different. And again, it's not illegal. It's not wrong to be paying for promotion. The problem is you're trying to say that your label, you're trying to say that Kendrick Lamar is employing these very same tactics and that they should be thrown under the bus, that they should be investigated for payola, which is illegal activity. And then you turn around and do influencer marketing on your own shit. Boy, you can't even stand on business when business is involved. Clown shit. And as a matter of fact, this dude has another video that he's circulating on social media. This guy here, Mr. Eddie, he's got another one where he's telling people the same thing and he's trying to get people to sign up. And guess who signed up? Because I'm trying to see what, hey man, if it's really that cheap, if it's really 70 cents, man, let me get in on this motherfucker, man. But for research purposes, goddamn, long as I don't get added to nobody's lawsuit. But here's his explanation via social media in a really engaging, grabbing video.
Money did you make this month?
Last 4 days on one dashboard, we have 26K.
Verified?
And 51K. So that's about 70K this month. Yes, that's me talking about how I got 53 million views for Party Next Door and Drake's new album, Some Sexy Songs for You, in about 1 week with the clipping army. This is the future of how anyone can go viral on social media, and it's called content rewards. Here's how it works. Drake and Party Next Door just dropped an album, and they wanted to blow it the f*** up. So, first, I set up a content rewards campaign where creators could earn 70 cents per 1,000 views to make UGC content using music from the new album. I also set up a campaign for clippers to earn 50 cents per 1,000 views to clip streamers like Kai Cenat reacting to PND and Drake's album. Within the first day of launching the campaign, there was already hundreds of clips and UGC videos posted across social media. This is literally like running Facebook ads before anyone knew about Facebook ads, except instead of my agency spending money on ads, I'm managing spend for organic content. Pretty much any business that needs advertising can use content rewards to blow the f*** up. And if you know anything about the guys who got into running Facebook ads early, you know they made a back. If you don't learn how to do this for yourself or your favorite creators, comment reward and I'll send you everything that you need to get started.
So once again, that's Mr. Eddie Cumberbatch with his social media campaign, letting people know to sign up for this content rewards, aka WAP. They even have a website where they can break this down for you into how this is working. And they have an article speaking about Drake and Party Next Door specifically. Here it is. Drake and Party Next Door's fan-driven music promotion clipping strategy. Okay. Drake and Party Next Door are shaking up the music industry with a unique community program that lets fans get paid for creating videos of their latest album, Money for You, Some Sexy Songs for You. This isn't your typical album rollout. It's a creative fan-first approach that turns listeners into active participants. By inviting fans to engage with the music in a fun and rewarding way, the artists are redefining what it means to promote an album. They're calling it a game changer for album launches. At the heart of this initiative is a simple yet brilliant idea. Fans upload dance videos featuring tracks from Some Sexy Songs for You, and in return, they earn money based on how many views their videos get. This is very similar to those fans that pay for Drake concert tickets, come and hold up a fucking sign and say, hey, come pay me some money, Drake. I heard you've been giving out 10,000, 15,000, 50,000. You paying niggas medical bills, abortion bills. You paying motherfuckers weddings? You giving girls money for breaking up with their husbands? Shit. Cash me out, baby. And in return, they earn money based on how many views their videos get. You can even just cut clips from their streams like streamer reactions, conversations about the album, or people listening to it. The earning structure is straightforward and designed to reward creativity and effort. Fans earn 70 cents for every 1,000 views, with some videos eligible for $500 per 1 million views. Okay? They say to qualify, each video must hit at least 10,000. The system ensures that only the most engaging content gets rewarded while also giving fans a clear path to earning. So that also means some motherfuckers ain't even gonna qualify to get that bread. They just doing free content. To keep things fair and organized, the program has a set of easy to follow guidelines. Video length. Clips must be at least 10 seconds long. Every video must include a song from Some Sexy Songs for You. Videos need to be viewed by audiences in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, or New Zealand. Oh my God. So It's very interesting that they threw Australia and New Zealand in there, as Drake was literally just on tour in this territory when Homeboy was working on this. Because remember, his video was shot on February 26th. Actually, that was the day Drake canceled the rest of the tour. Participants must connect their social media accounts through WAP to confirm ownership. Okay? And these are screenshots of the actual WAP app where you can sign up. They are not paying for random videos with the music from the album playing in the background. It needs to be streamer clips, reaction clips, or clips of people talking about or listening to the album. Shit, they might have took some clips from my ass bashing that motherfucker, but I guess they wouldn't pay for that. They only want the positive. These rules ensure that the program stays accessible while maintaining a high standard of content. The program operates with a budget of $10,000, ensuring that payouts are both generous and sustainable. While the minimum threshold is 10,000 views per video, the maximum payout is capped at 1,000, even if a video goes viral and hits 1.4 million views. They're telling you up front at least. This balance keeps the initiative fair for everyone involved. Their budget of $10,000 is already reduced to $7,491 in just 12 hours of launch. Why would they reduce their budget? If all y'all brought to the table was 10, why would y'all take it down to 7? That's some broke boy activity. Y'all supposed to be rich. This man got 400 M's in his last deal, didn't he? What makes this program truly special are the stories from fans who've already benefited. One participant showed how they earned $1,000 in just 10 minutes and used the money to replace a broken phone. Okay. Others are planning to use their earnings for important expenses like tuition fees. These testimonials on WAP motivate other community members to create more clips in hopes of earning money. Drake and Party Next Door have created a blueprint for the future of album rollouts. By combining creative fan engagement with a clear reward system, they've crafted a strategy that benefits both artists and their audience. This approach not only promotes the music, but also builds a deeper connection between the artists and their fans. It's a win-win that could inspire their other musicians, to rethink how they launch their work. This idea can even be replicated by big podcasters to boost views on their content. In fact, the media scaling team employs a similar strategy in a different way. So this is a pretty elaborate scheme to where you can boost your music, you can boost your podcast, you can boost just about anything as long as you have a set budget that you want to bring to the table. And Drake and Party Next Door have employed these tactics allegedly in order to get that #1 spot, in order to get that Nokia challenge jumping off on TikTok, in order to get people to care about their music. As long as you had clips talking about the album, reacting to the album, engaging with the album, you were a potential candidate, to make 70 cents per 1,000 views. And somebody got paid off this motherfucker. Homeboy can't catch a break, man. Everything that he puts out there, he finds a way to contradict himself. He finds a way to debunk his own theories. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Aubrey. But if we hold him to the same standard that he's trying to create for the music industry, then we should be definitely throwing him under the bus. And not because of hate, but just like I said yesterday, what's good for the goose has to be good for the gander. Which, again, remember what we read. Drake is asking for UMG to come to the table and display all of their promotional tactics for Not Like Us, whatever it was. He wants to know the content strategy that blew this song up. I'm sorry, Drake. You don't have another beef, okay? You're never going to have another beef that reaches this level of engagement. Kendrick Lamar was the perfect storm. It was the perfect record at the perfect time. People were already saying, we need a bop, we need a bop. I was one of those people saying we need a bop. And we got a bop, and we got a wop, 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 wop. You know? So the special ingredients that are in this record that have kept it around, because that ultimately is what he wants. He's trying to figure out, how can I make something stick around from my catalog the way that Not Like Us has? What the fuck are y'all doing to make this song this hot? How is it still this hot almost a year later? Why are people still interested in it almost a year later? Niggas get tired of my songs in 60 seconds after they end, if not before. What do I need to do? I've been telling you all along, make better music. Get with new writers, get with new producers. Stop trying to appeal to Yachty's audience. Stop trying to appeal to Yeet audience. And make some grown man music, admit your fault, and do what it is that actually suits your age. But you don't want to do that. And now we've got you out here paying content creators 70 cents per 1,000 views just to get hot on an album that still did not reach the same level of impact, sales, or even chatter that your previous one did. Let me know what y'all think about all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.